We need like like intro music, like besides the actual theme song, like intro music beforehand to play while we're waiting. So here we go. We are live.
We're live
On Facebook right now, getting ready to do the show. And today we're going to talk about testimonials and why they're pretty cool. Yeah, pretty cool.
Sharing the page. Sharing it to Video Marketing Madness.
That is madness. Okay. Absolute madness.
Okay, now.
Our house in the middle of the street.
Sharing a group. Okay, now let's see if I can live.
Our show in the middle of the internet.
Live event marketers. I got it to work. Oh,
hey,
how about that?
Sweet. They will appreciate that. Our show in the middle of the internet. Our show.
Our show is a very, very, very fine show.
Our show is a very, very, very fine show.
With two cats in the
two
yard.
Morons in the box. They talk
with two morons on camera. Boy,
two
I need a
morons
haircut.
On the screen.
Did you get a haircut?
Just what I mean. I did. I got a haircut. A couple of them.
Did you get COVID?
Nope.
I'm thinking about going up there. They keep you 6 feet apart, and you got to wear a mask.
I was in a barber shop where I was the only person in there, so
yeah.
Took me a while to find a place. They said all the places are open. None of them are open. None of them. Took me a while to find one.
It's because they put them all in jail with Shelley Luther.
Yep. Which, by the way, there was a thing posted about that the other day. For those who don't know what we're talking about, this has to do with people being arrested for doing their jobs and feeding their families. And there was a person arrested for cutting hair, and they said, "Hey, I'm trying to feed my family. What do you want me to do? We're starving." And they were arrested for doing that. But at the same time, there's a politician on the screen talking about how they got their hair cut. Because they needed to look good for TV. So apparently looking good for TV means you can get a haircut, but doing a haircut means you go to prison. So,
well, and this gal was, first of all, she hadn't paid her mortgage in 2 months. She owns a salon, and neither had, and the people that work in the salon are essentially independent contractors. They rent a chair from her. And they were keeping everybody outside. They had to wait outside, and she had them spaced 6 feet apart, and you had to wear a mask and all that. And this idiot judge still puts her in jail.
Yeah, and meanwhile, there's politicians on TV defending the fact that they got haircuts because, they have to be on TV.
All politicians are sleazebags anyhow, for the most part. 99% of them anyhow.
Well, I wouldn't know. See, I was just told, Steve, I don't know if you saw this yet on Facebook today, but I was told that I'm a paid media personality who benefits from defending the politicians. So I'd like to know what those checks are. If I'm a paid media personality getting paid by these politicians,
how did that come
where
about?
That money is.
How did that come about?
Oh, somebody, people like to post such negative, just made up stuff about things going on and everything, and you comment on it, and then of course that means that you're part of this cabal of politicians trying to trick everybody. It's like, come on.
Well, and here's what it comes down to, and we'll get over the politics here. But first of all, you're damned if you do, if you're damned if you don't. Okay, if you shut the economy down, that's really bad. So what do? Well, you're not going to stop the spread of COVID-19. And I'm an old guy. I'm staying at home. I'm one of those high-risk people. I'm not going anywhere. In fact, I'm thinking about having my wife cut my hair. But so what it really comes down to is, are you going to overwhelm the health system or not? If you're not going to overwhelm the health system, then you can't ruin the economy, I mean, if people are starving to death, if people, everybody was complaining about the meat processors, and that's where it was spreading. Okay, so if you can't get meat in the stores, what are you going to do? I mean, and you're damned if you do, and you're damned if you don't. That's why I say that. So it's not just as simple as shutting things down. There's going to be repercussions. So.
Oh yeah, definitely. And Steve, by the way, you're not peaking, but your mic sounds way over modularized.
Oh, I'm glad.
Modulated, sorry.
Let me fix
One,
that.
2, 1. I see
1 2
really
1
quiet, too.
2 1 2. Yeah, is it really? I'm not.
Yeah,
Okay, hold
at
on.
least in my ear it sounds it doesn't sound nice and crisp. It's got that kind of
Hold
on the
on.
high end. On the
Okay,
low
hold
end
on.
there.
1 2 1 2 1 2. Well, it's
On the meters you look fine. You're not blowing out the meters, but it sounds like it's been overmodulated. It sounds like overmodulated audio.
weird.
For whatever reason. Who knows why?
How is it now? Is it better?
No, that seems better. I don't know what you did, but something changed there. It almost sounded like when you have audio that like on a board is like way over peaking, but then when it comes into the other program, it's down. So you're still getting the effects, but even if it's not loud.
Can you hear the dog?
No, I think I heard the dog briefly, but
I
now
gotta
hear
go
him.
shut the door. Hold on. Okay, enough.
Doop-a-bop-a-doop-a-doop-doop. We're going to get started here, folks. I know everyone's like, oh, look, Carol Baskin is on the screen down here now, too. So she is everywhere. Look, there she is. Carol Baskin responds to YouTube pranksters tricking her. Boy, I'll tell you, that's one COVID celebrity we can talk about there is that poor Carol Baskin. She is everywhere. We're going to get started in just a second, so we apologize, guys, for yapping about politics for a minute.
All right.
Here comes Steve again. All right, I think we're ready to get ourselves going here. And today we're going to be talking about creating testimonials and how do you create a good testimonial and why you need testimonials, because they're very, very important. Very important indeed.
They are.
So, yeah, I think so. 1 2 1 2. I still seem very low today again. Not sure why. I'm gonna have to. I got to get an audio technician in here to set everything up correctly, because it seems like I'm really low. I'm talking pretty loud, and I'm not really peaking very well. Even if I get here, well, now I'm probably blowing everybody's ears out, but this microphone's pretty close, and it's still not sounding very loud. But all right, that's okay. If I yell, we can do it. So, you ready, Steve?
Yeah, I'm trying to do my hair.
Oh, good. We don't care. On today's episode of Video Marketing Madness, we're going to talk about testimonials, why you need them, and why they're so darn important. And today's episode is made possible by our good friends at Envato, who provide the Envato Elements. Now, if you're not familiar with Envato, they are the team behind places like VideoHive and PhotoDune and Graphic River and all those places where you can get music and sound effects and you can get images and you can get videos and you can get graphic templates and themes and all sorts of different things. Well, they have a program called Elements. And what Elements is basically you pay one fee to download as much stuff as you want. And this really has saved me thousands and thousands of dollars in the past 2 years, because I've been doing it for 2 years now. And I used to have my poor accountant, because I used to have bills. At the end of the year, they'd be reconciling all the stuff for taxes, and you'd have, $3,000, $5, and $10 charges, literally, that you had to account for, because I was buying, a song here and then a graphic here and a template here and this here and that here. And so by the end of the year, I had literally bought 1,000 different items at a range of between, $5 to $30, depending upon what I bought. Well, with Elements, you pay one price, you download as much as you want. And the great thing is, we're still talking about all the same things. You can download images. You can download videos. You can download music. You can download sound effects. You can download graphics. You can download graphic templates. You can download things for Final Cut Pro. I do this all the time. I download themes and plugins for Final Cut Pro. And that way I can do all sorts of graphics and animations over and over and over again, and always have them plugged in there. You can get themes for WordPress. You can get 3D objects. You can get all sorts of great things for Photoshop. Everything that you need is in there, and you can download it as much as you want. So, want to check it out? Well, today is a perfect day to check it out because it's the beginning of a new month and they give you free items just for creating an account. And you don't have to pay for anything at that point. You can create a free account and download some great free items, including a song, an image, a graphic, etc., etc. So all you have to do is head on over to raiselinks.com/elements and you'll be able to create an account and download the free items. And if you want to join Envato Elements and get unlimited of all those great things, well, you can do that right then and there. And I highly recommend it because I save a ton of dough by doing that. It's a very, very good program. Probably one of the best things that I pay for right now. So love it.
Cool.
Definitely something you want to check out. All right, so with that, we're going to be coming back. We're going to be talking about testimonials. But first, we got to hear the beautiful tones of the in-house band. Here they come.
He's Ray the video guy, yeah, Ray the video guy. His skill is where it's at, even if he's a little fat. He's filled with video expertise and has so much knowledge that you need. His YouTube ninja tricks can make your marketing so sick. He's Ray the video guy, yeah, Ray the video guy.
And it's the radio show about video marketing madness with Ray, the video guy, and I'm Steve Sleeper. GoVMM.com is where you can find links to all the podcatchers and YouTube and TwitFace and all that. We got a
Steve, do you twit? Do you twit at all?
No, not well.
I just like
if I'm
saying twit.
It's a tweet. If I'm creating backlinks or something, I tweet out the show and stuff. But
I was thinking of something while we were playing that theme song. We need to have a name for the band. Now, I paid, for those of you who don't know, that song
Skitch
that
Lane.
we have as a theme.
Skitch Lane and his band of renowns.
The song that you hear at the beginning, I actually bought that on Fiverr years ago. So I paid somebody $5 to write and record that song years and years and years ago. And I looked it up one time and I found him because he also did the Lawnmower song, by the way. The Toro
that's
Lawnmower
right.
song.
Yes, he did.
So I've used him a couple of times and I did find him and everything back a while ago. But I think we need to create a fake name for the band so that we can throw it to them.
Styles Bitchley.
Styles Bitchley?
Yeah.
Or how about Conrad Pooh and his dancing teeth?
Yeah. 4 out of 5 doctors.
The world's most dangerous podcast band.
Yeah.
We'll have to think about that and come up with a name for the band. Martha and the Washingtons. I don't know. Who knows?
Martha and the Lane Dellas.
Anyway, today we're not here to talk about music. We're here to talk about testimonials. And, the reason I wanted to talk about this is testimonials are one of the more powerful things that you can do with video. And the best part is they're so darn easy to do if you just take the time to find people to do them. And, in a world where we're trying to get more people to pay attention to our marketing, testimonials can be one of the easiest ways to do that. I mean, if you've got decent customers, why aren't you getting testimonials? Now, I say that looking at myself on the screen here because why aren't you getting more testimonials? Because I need to be doing that too. I'm not getting enough testimonials.
I'm going to do one for you now.
All right, here we go.
I've been working with Ray Lane since 2013, and he's a really good guy. He's very nice to people. Plus, he's a fantastic videographer and shares all kinds of great information and takes care of his customers. So I would say give him $1 million and your life will be better.
That is true. That is true. Not bad there. So we're going to break it down and talk about testimonials and what makes a good testimonial and what can you do with it. Now, before we even get into breaking it down.
My name is Steve. I had bad acne before I met Ray. And now, look, I don't have acne anymore. Okay, I'm sorry. I'll shut up.
That was pretty good.
Yeah,
no,
that was a pain point. I forgot the pain point. So, yeah.
Well, yeah, and like I said, we're going to go through exactly what the process of that is to really do a great one that's going to help people. But the great thing about testimonials, again, is, you just have to grab customers and put them on video and get them to do a testimonial, and you've got powerful content without a lot of work. It doesn't require a studio. It doesn't require fancy cameras and lighting and everything else. It just requires somebody taking a couple of minutes, even into their phone, and just saying, why they like this person and why it benefits them and how they help their life. And you've got content. It's really that simple. And that content is, think about this. You could be getting everybody to leave these testimonials, and you could have dozens of these videos that you can now optimize. You can now put on YouTube and Facebook and share out to the internet, put on your website, and everybody's going to be able to see them, and they're going to be opportunities for you to find people on the internet. You can go for keywords. You can put citations in the videos. You can put backlinks in the videos. And so not only are you getting the great publicity, but you're getting backlinks and citations, and all of your stuff is improving because you're using these great little testimonials that you didn't have to do anything for. You don't have to pay for testimonials. Usually people will just do them. In fact, if you pay for them, it's probably not a good thing. But, the point being is you don't have to go through great lengths and great expense to be able to get great content for a local business. And testimonials are one of the best types of content that you can get. People believe online videos, they believe online reviews, and they believe online testimonials. And, we talked about this a while ago, but when it comes to different types of reviews, it's like something like 80% look for reviews before they will call somebody and hire them. And if that's the case, you got to have some really good reviews out there. You got to have some testimonials out there. You got to be everywhere. And a video testimonial, written testimonials are great too, by the way, but we're talking about video testimonials today. Not hard to acquire. You just have to be willing to ask. In fact, I know some people, they invite all their customers in, they call them and they say, hey, on Saturday we're going to shoot testimonials. Would you come in and do one? Hey, yeah, sure, why not? And they'll come down and they'll do one. And you can bang out 10 or 12 of these in a couple hours. And you'd have great content that you could use. Now think about that. You bang out 12 of these in an hour or two, you now have 12 videos that you could be putting out on a regular basis, 12 videos that you can put citations on, 12 videos you can put backlinks into, 12 videos that you can put onto Facebook and YouTube, on your website, and then you can share on all the other social media sites, driving backlinks even further. You can not only have great publicity, but you can have great SEO by simply getting people to leave you testimonials. And by the way, there are some techniques, some websites actually have a camera feature right on their website where you can leave a testimonial right there on their site. You go to their site, uses the camera on your phone or on your web browser or whatever, and you can leave a message right there. And that's an easy way to be able to quickly get a bunch of testimonials. Now, how do we make sure that a testimonial is actually effective? And obviously, when it comes to the SEO part, the testimonial doesn't have to be great. It doesn't have to be good or bad. It can just exist, and you're going to be able to do all that SEO stuff to it. But if you want a testimonial to be effective, you really have to think about what you want people to say, how you want them to say it, and how you're going to structure that. And so I wanted to go through a few steps on what makes a perfect testimonial. Okay, so let's start it off. The first thing that we're going to want to know is the person's name. Now, there's a couple of ways to do it. You could literally have the person say their name. So you could say, hey, I'm Ray, and I've been going to Dr. Jones for 20 years. Or you could put a graphic on there that says, Ray, patient for 20 years. Either one of those things can be effective. We want to identify. We want to be able to connect with the person who did the actual testimonial. So you want to have their name either in graphic form or on camera. Either one works. Some people say they don't like to hear people say their name. Some people do like to see that. Quite honestly, I'm not fussed either way. If they say their name, I'm probably still going to put the graphic on there. So make sure that the name is in there somewhere so that people can relate to whoever this person is. Be careful if it's doctor-related stuff. They may have to just put John C. or whatever. But check with check to see what is required there. Obviously, if they're choosing to be on camera, it's perfectly fine. But with written testimonials, especially, just make sure that you've got the permission to be able to post those and make sure you don't put full names in there if you have to avoid it and whatnot. So, okay, so we got a little bit of an introduction. So what we want to do is step one, after we have the information of the person, step one of the actual testimonial is we need to know what the problem was that they had. What problem were they facing? What what debilitating thing was going on in their lives that caused them to need somebody to help them out. So, for instance, let's say it was your basement was flooded. So your testimonial would start off with something like, hey, my name is Ray, and I woke up one Saturday morning and my basement was absolutely flooded with water. It was about 4 inches deep. Everything was destroyed, and I just wasn't even sure how I could possibly fix this. Okay? So we stated a problem. Now, this could be for anything. If it was, hey, I was driving down the street and I was hit by a drunk driver who was coming head on, and, my car was destroyed, I was injured, and I wasn't sure where to turn next to be able to get everything put back together. Okay? Same type of thing. Any type of situation. It doesn't have to be these big calamities. It could be, I was driving down the street the other day and I hadn't eaten all day and I just needed a really good meal so that I could function for the rest of the day. Okay? Same type of thing. You have to state what the problem is. The better the problem, the better the solution, the better the testimonial. So, and I shouldn't say better because one we talked about was a head-on collision. So I don't know if that's better, but in terms of a testimonial, it can certainly be better. So you want to make sure that you state what that problem is and, why it was a pain point in your life. Okay? So once we've established that, now we got to talk about what did you decide to do differently than you did before. And that should be the product or the person that this testimonial is for. Okay, so if we go back to my basement problem, we'll say, I woke up one Saturday morning, my basement was absolutely flooded with water. It was about 4 inches deep. Everything that I had down there I thought was going to be completely destroyed, and I wasn't sure where to turn next. That's when I decided to call Steve Sleeper's Plumbing Solutions, and they were able to come out right away and take care of the problem, okay? So we stated our problem again. We then stated what we did different. And what we did different was we called Steve's Plumbing Service. Now, if you can get that to where they tried other things, that's even better. So because it was a Saturday morning, we tried to call 4 or 5 different plumbers. Nobody was able to help us until we contacted Steve Sleeper Plumbing, and they were able to come out right away. Okay, so now you've established that not only did you have the problem, but you couldn't find a solution until you met Steve. Okay, and Steve provided that solution. So now you got 2 parts to this. So you got the problem and you got what you decided to do. And again, this doesn't have to be a person. This could be, okay, let's try this one. I was working on a video and I really needed to have a logo in that video, but the company I was working with didn't have any logos. That's when I decided to go on to Envato Elements, check and see what kind of templates they had for logos, and they had dozens and dozens of really cool templates that worked perfectly for Steve's Plumbing Service. I was able to download that template, put it into Photoshop, clean it up, make a beautiful logo for Steve. Okay, and so there, we got a product in there. We were able to make a logo for Steve's Plumbing. Okay, so problem, what you did different, and then of course the last part of that is what changed. What was the outcome of that? Okay, so we go back to our basement. All right, let's do it again. Hey, I'm Ray, and the other day on a Saturday, I woke up. My basement was completely flooded. The water was about 4 inches deep, and everything that I had seemed like it was going to be completely destroyed. I started calling around looking for different plumbers, but because it was a Saturday, nobody answered their phone until I came across Steve Sleeper Plumbing. When I contacted Steve Sleeper Plumbing, they were excited to come out, fix the problem right away. They came down to my house, they sucked all the water out of my basement, they put in these giant fans, and they cleaned up all the potential water and all the potential mold, and everything turned out perfectly. All my stuff was saved. I was happy again, and my life was filled with roses and sunshine and beautiful moonscapes over the lake. Okay, so there you go. Now, that's a little bit silly, but you get the idea. You start off with your problem, what you did different, which was that product or person, and then what was the outcome? What changed because of that? Weight loss is a great one for this kind of thing. They're the perfect example of that. I looked in the mirror and I just couldn't stand what I saw in that mirror anymore. I knew that I was 50 pounds overweight. I didn't like myself, and I knew something had to change. That's when I came across the Steve Sleeper Blow Away Diet. I started using the Steve Sleeper Blow Away Diet in January, and by March 15th, I had lost 62 pounds. That's more than I even thought I wanted to lose. I look great now in my bikini, and I dance around the neighborhood naked, and everybody's happy about it. Okay? So there you go. The Steve Sleeper Blow-Away Diet. That's where, and by the way, the Steve Sleeper Blow-Away Diet, for those of you who don't know, you pour a powder over your body, and then you blow the powder off your body, and the fat disappears with it. It's amazing.
Ooh.
Check it out now. Blow-Away Diet.
I need to get that. Yeah.
You're the inventor. You should have it.
Oh, that's right. You pour meth all over yourself, and then you get lesions.
Yeah, who was that? Somebody, I can't remember which comedian it was that talked about that. They talked about a weight loss diet and everything, and they said, yeah, it's called cocaine.
Cocaine. Do. Yeah.
All right, so let's recap this again. Testimonials, we got a problem. What did we do different? And what was the outcome? If you can do that in every single one of those testimonials, not only are they going to be great for the for all of the SEO purposes, but when people see them, they're going to be believable. They're going to tell the whole story, and people are going to be able to relate to that. Because that's the big thing in this, is you want to make sure that people that see this can relate to it. This is why, when in some of the old diet commercials, you used to see like these supermodels, or whatever, these well fit, or these really thin women in bikinis and everything else, and really, that's not what most people are looking for. And well, I mean, it is deep down, it is, but they know that that's not, that may not be the attainable goal. Okay, even though you're selling something big there, you're selling the perfect body in a swimsuit sort of thing. Most people just want to lose some weight so they look good when they go out on Saturday night, in their nice dress clothes. That's what they're really looking for, and so you got to make it believable. You got to make it relatable, and for most people, the supermodel is not relatable. Even as an end product. It might be a goal, but it's not going to be relatable. But when you see an average person who lost 50 pounds and you see the before and after, that's when you say, okay, I can do this too. I can relate to that person. I understand what they went through. And that's what you're trying to create with these testimonials, is something that's relatable. You can relate to a flooded basement. I know, because I remember when that happened. Actually, funny story, flooded basements. We had major floods back at a house I used to live in. And all the neighbors were flooded except my basement, until there was a plumber going around punching holes into basement cellars and putting in pumps. And he said, well, we should probably do it with yours and get a pump in there, just to keep it safe and everything else. So he punched a hole into the slab of the basement, and that's when the water came into the house instead of so into the basement.
Yeah, that's not good.
No, that wasn't good at all. We should have just left it, because our house was built on a huge, thick bed of crushed stone. Mm-hmm. So the water didn't, the water flowed out, and we didn't have to worry too much about that. Right. Other houses were not so lucky. They were just built on dirt, and the water has nowhere to go, and so it just goes right through. And that's when Steve's Plumbing comes in. So
Steve's Plumbing came over and patched that hole and drained the water out.
That's right.
What'd you end up doing? Just out of curiosity?
It just pumped. It just pumped out, just like
Oh, okay.
We punched a hole to put a pump in there anyway, and so it just pumped it right out.
Good.
But and it was in an unfinished part of the basement, so it didn't matter too much.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's the perfect testimonial. Now, what are we going to do with these testimonials to make sure that people find them? Well, there's a lot of things you can do with those. And what you want to do is you want to take all those testimonials and maybe have a page on your website where you've got all the lists of testimonials. You can have written, and you can have the video testimonials right there on the page. But I highly recommend create a testimonials page. Put it onto those pages. If you've got a page about a specific product or a specific service, put a testimonial on that page as well. It can be the same one. So if you've got, if you've got your diet product, the Blow-Away Diet, and Steve has a landing page about the Blow-Away Diet, put that testimonial video in there. And then on the main site, put a testimonials area where all of those testimonials are. Okay? And that way people can find them, they can be searchable, people can be able to relate to them, they can be able to watch more than one. Now, on top of that, you want to, of course, use your YouTube channel. Hopefully you have a YouTube channel. In that channel, create a playlist of just your testimonials, and then put those testimonials onto your channel page as a section. So when people go to your YouTube channel, they're going to see your trailer at the top, and they're going to see your videos about this and videos about that. And then they'll have a section specifically for testimonials, and you can have all of your testimonials there. Make sure you put them onto Facebook and Twitter and Instagram if they'll fit. Instagram has to be under 60 seconds, but if not, make sure that it's on Facebook. Put it on your Facebook page. Post it out there. Get it to distribute out, and just make sure that everybody that can possibly see that video will see that video. Put it onto your blog. Get it out there onto Twitter. Anywhere that you can distribute your video out, make sure that you do. And of course, use that as content marketing. So you put it on your YouTube channel, make sure that you've got your backlinks. Backlink back to that testimonial page for other testimonials. Backlink to your website. Backlink to your Google My Business. Put in your name, address, and phone number for citations. Make sure that you do all of your good SEO on each one of those, and you're going to have a really good testimonial that's on all of your pages that everybody can see, and you'll be able to have a really, really nice experience where people will buy from you.
Cool.
Yeah.
Fabulous.
There you go.
Yeah, some great advice.
One of the shortest episodes we've had, but I think it's a powerful one.
It is. It is a powerful one. And, people might say, well, I've got all these reviews on Google My Business and Yelp. Why do I need a video testimonial? Because people will watch videos before they'll read a testimonial.
Sure. Well, you need both. You need everything. That's the thing is a lot of people, you're right about that. A lot of people will come and say, well, I've already got this. I'm like, okay, great.
Okay, good. I mean, you
let's
need
do
it.
This. You need everything you can. Why not? If you can have 10 testimonials, why settle for 5? If you can have written, if you can have video and written testimonials, why settle for just the written or just the video? You got to do both. In fact, take your video testimonials that they do, translate them, put them into text, and use the text in other places as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, the other thing you can do is you can upload them to your Google My Business or...
Google My Business, absolutely, yep.
Well, yeah, you could upload them to your Google My Business, and then you could also use them as posts. I know that on photos, you can go to the photos you have in your Google My Business when you're doing a post and use those as as part of your update. You can probably do that with videos, too. I bet you anything.
You definitely can. I do it every week.
And Google, okay. Google loves that. That's going to give you a lot of juice to move your Google My Business up into the 3-pack.
Yeah.
So
it's something people don't think about a lot, and it's kind of sad. You would think with the way that Google connects everything, they love to connect everything. The one thing they don't connect is your YouTube channel and your videos to your Google My Business, which makes no sense that they don't do that. So what you need to do is you need to go into your Google My Business, and you need to take your videos, and you can upload them to the actual channel itself, the actual Google My Business listing. You can put videos in there, but also you can go to your posts area, click, what do they call it? Update? I think they call it update on there, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, it's called update. That's right.
Post is the area, and then update is the one that you want to click on. They've also got offers. So they've got offers that you can do. They got updates that you can do. So you click on that. You upload the video there, and you can put all sorts of text in there. You can also put a call to action to have people call you. And you can just literally, you pick it from a drop-down, put call, and it'll put your phone number in there. And you can put a nice description in that video and links and whatever it is that you want to do to SEO that. And now you've got a testimonial that's on there as well. And do this consistently, and you can build up a real library that people can go out and see and really know that you are the best solution for what they're looking for. You are the best person that does what you do in your area. And that's what you want to be. You want to be the top person. And if you can get these testimonials, you get the video, transcribe it into a written testimonial, put the written testimonials into graphics, post the graphics to Facebook, put the graphics on your website. All of these things can be done because you record one video, you got the video, you got the audio, you've got the transcript, you can create graphics. All of these different things can be done with that one video to put out content everywhere that's going to help you out. Now imagine you multiply that by doing 10 of them at a time. And you're going to have all of this stuff that you can put out on the web that's going to tell people how great you are with that. And by the way, while they're there doing a testimonial, have them pull out their phone and give you a review on Google or Yelp or somewhere. Have them do that right there. They're there telling their testimonial. Obviously, they like what they like what you do, or they wouldn't be there. They're the perfect candidate to say, hey, would you mind going on Google and leaving me a review? Heck, they could even upload the testimonial video there if you wanted them to.
Sure.
They could take that testimonial and upload it to their Google review. Why wouldn't you want that?
Not
this
difficult.
is something that you got to do to really grow your business. And video testimonials, one of the most powerful things you can do. We love doing those. In fact, inside of reputation videos, which we do our rep videos, you can actually do, instead of the hand holding the iPad with the written testimonial, you can put an actual testimonial in the rep video instead. And so you can literally showcase that right inside of there and make it all packaged up nice and pretty.
Somebody on camera, you mean?
Yeah.
Somebody on camera, yeah.
So if you did a testimonial for me and sent it to me, I can put it into a rep video instead of the handwritten stuff. You can actually put a real video in there. So you can do all sorts of really cool stuff with that.
Hi, my name is Steve. Before Ray the Video Guy, I didn't have a clue. Now I have a clue.
Only one.
There you go. Fabulous. That's great advice. And I like the, feeding out content to get those transcribed. It doesn't cost much to go to Rev. It's going to cost you maybe a couple of bucks.
Oh, yeah. For a testimonial, probably only cost you $1. Unless the testimonial is really long. So it doesn't cost much to get them transcribed. If you did 10 of them, for probably $20, you'd have all of them transcribed.
Right.
Well
Right.
worth it.
Be sure to proofread them and edit them, though.
Yeah, definitely.
No. Very good. Great advice. Ho, ho, ho.
Well, thank
yes,
you.
sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You are correct, sir.
You are correct, sir.
Yes.
So, well, Steve, with that, I think that we just make this nice and short this week. We said what we had to say with this one this week, I think. And
That's right. That's right.
It's only 37 minutes instead of 45, but this is
was,
something you can take back and actually use. So
It was an hour last couple of weeks.
yeah, sometimes it is. Sometimes it's an hour.
Then that's fine.
I thought for sure
Just
this
saying.
would go an hour, but it didn't. But that's okay. You get the information you need. Write it down. Write it down. Problem,
Transcribe it.
what you did different, and what the result was because you did that different thing.
That's right.
Do that
That's
every
right.
time. You're going to have some amazing testimonials that you can use for content, that you can use for turning people onto your side. So highly, highly recommend that you do that.
And that's it. That's
That is
it.
it. I
And
gotta
now
go
we
back
head
to
into the
being-
weekend.
We were talking about this before the show. I've got to go back to being a paid media consultant for politicians. So
That's right. That's right. Yeah.
that's
you're
not
a
true, by
TV
the way.
personality.
That's a joke.
Yeah.
Wish it was. I'm looking for those checks.
That's
True. They're not going to the right place. Somebody's cashing them on me. But oh well.
Oh, well.
All right, with that, we're going to bring this episode to a close. And of course, as we mentioned at the beginning, this episode is made possible by one of my personal favorite places to go, and that is Elements by Envato. As you can imagine, when I'm making testimonial videos even, but when I'm making videos and websites and all these other things, I often need to have images. I need to have stock videos of plumbers and people running down the street and cars or whatever it happens to be. I also need things like templates for my Final Cut Pro, templates for graphics that we create. All of these things can be found on Elements by Envato, where you pay one low price and you get as much downloads as you want. Now, here's the cool thing about this. It's a $199 a year, I believe, is the price for that.
Wow.
If I was to download just a handful of things, and I download stuff every day pretty much, by the way, just so you know, I'm always downloading a graphic template or a plugin for Final Cut Pro or a video or a sound effect or music, whatever it happens to be. I'm downloading stuff all the time. Yesterday, I downloaded 4 items, okay? Those 4 items could cost, $100, $50 to $100 right there, and that's in one day.
Wow.
And so in 1 week, I tend to download far more than $200 worth of stuff if I had to buy it all individually. So it is one of the best deals that you can possibly get because this company has everything. WordPress themes, 3D objects if you do 3D object stuff, web templates, sound effects. I'm trying to think of some of the other things that they have in there. Video templates. This I use all the time, by the way. If you've ever seen any of my animated logo stuff or intros to videos, all of that stuff comes from Envato Elements. It's templates, video templates that I download, put my stuff into, and boom, we've got it out and going. And it's all done directly through Elements by Envato. And here's the great thing. If you head on over to raiselinks.com/elements right now, you can actually sign up for a free account on there and download video, download image, download graphic, download template, all of that stuff. You'll be able to download one of each item for free. They have the free items of every single month. So if you just sign up for a free account, at the end of the year, you'd have 12 of each item that you can download and grab and use into your projects. So I would highly recommend you at least do that. Jump in there, get the free account, and check it out. And then once you realize how awesome it is, since for whatever reason I can't, get you to understand it when I say it, but you'll see if you test it out. Get in there, grab some items, use them, check out what's there. It's free to look around. It's just like it's like Walmart. You can go in and look around. You don't have to pay to look around. It's free. So,
and how it's $200 a year? Did you say
$200 a year? And like I said, I used to spend about $10,000 a year on different things. Yeah.
Well, that's I'm not that great at math, but that's a good savings.
That is a good savings.
That's quite the ROI, right?
Yes, it really is. Like I said, I mean, if I've got one project that I'm working on, let's say I'm working on a video for a dentist or whatever, I could blow well past $200 in stock media in one video.
Oh yeah,
I mean easily, because I put in 6 or 7 stock videos of dentists doing different things, plus a song, plus a graphic. We're already well past $200 there on one project. So can you imagine, break that down by an entire year, and it's absolutely a no-brainer. So you can check that out right now. Get your free stuff even at raiselinks.com/elements, and you'll be glad you did.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
And with that, speaking of
no-brainer.
things that are worth their weight in gold, time to go to Conrad Pooh and his dancing teeth for the theme song for the video marketing madness.
You got to get a better name than that.
Hey, that's directly from Monty Python, by the way.
Oh, is it?
It is, yes.
Well, then okay.
It's stolen property from Monty Python. We'll come up with a name for the band, but here it is, the fake band singing our theme song. Here
He's
it
Ray
comes.
the
Styles
video
bitching.
guy, yeah, Ray the video guy. His skill is where it's at, even if he's a little fat. He's filled with video expertise and has so much knowledge that you need. His YouTube ninja tricks can make your marketing so sick. He's Ray the video guy, yeah, Ray the video guy.